Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Zoo. So we're finally done with the entrance. Jesus Christ, that took long. As you probably noticed, I like to detail the hell out of things, but we've now got a fully functioning kind of entrance. I didn't expect it to take 10 episodes. That is actually ridiculous, but yeah, that's what happens when you start to detail the hell out of things, and I think overall it looks really good, and it's got lots and lots of detail in it and everything. I still need to do the bloody vending machines though. I think I'll do that at some point. But yeah, I think in general there is so much detail. Somebody did say in one of the videos that one of these, there's a floating something, a drink. Star blocks. I'm guessing it's in star blocks. Let's go and have a look at star blocks and fix that quickly. But yes, what we're going to be doing today is the plan. So you guys have been sending in quite a few suggestions, and yeah, we're going to go through them today. We're going to have a look at them. So where is this floating thing? I do not see the floating thing. Maybe it's just me. Okay, maybe I fixed it before. I don't really know. But possibly. Possibly I fixed it before. It's fine. Yeah, I can't see anything. So I think I fixed it. I think so. It might have been that one or something. I don't know. But if you guys do see anything in these episodes, do flag it up to me. It'll take a little while. And also, you'll probably notice that somebody else has been here. Don't know if anybody knows that face. Or those faces. We decided to switch out a couple of cameras for monkey ones. Because for some reason, as Jag, it is Jag, I've completely forgot, obviously, that he's got a bloody monkey head. So anyway, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going through the actual thing. So I'm just going to grab up the folder that I've got. So, I've got a folder, and I've got all the people. This is everything that I actually got. Now, Snowblaze went into crazy detail with everything. He's actually got a couple pictures, including one of a real one probably around him, which is pretty cool, I think. So, yeah, it actually looks pretty cool. I like how it's actually got some English in it as well, because I'm guessing that this is Arabic, but I don't know. I can't read Arabic. But anyway. He's also done another picture here, so this is again Snowblaze. So he's actually got into quite a lot of detail, but there you go. If we have a look at this one as a general one, he has also done some really cool write-ups for me, which, here you go. It's pretty in-depth, and that's complaining at me, of course, because it always does. But yes, there is lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff, so there's loads of stuff on that one. What I quite like about it is this kind of leaf pattern. So overall design-wise, actually does seem pretty cool. Middle East, and you've got Australia, you've got North America, South America, Asia, and Africa, all these different places, and also this lake. I quite like the idea of this lake because I do want to have some sort of underwater kind of place where you can actually walk around. So this was really cool. There's also all the little buildings around and everything. We've also got some really cool buildings. I quite like the idea of these buildings. I can't quite remember what he's actually said in there, but I did read all the way through it, and I will be kind of like taking inspiration for this one. So thanks to Snowblaze to actually sending this one in. Another one that we had was actually literally, well, not too long ago as well. I actually picked up this one. This one's more of a kind of a square-ish building, but it does have some really good ideas. So this is actually from, there we go, Rolf Lingard, I believe, or also Rolfall on the server. So this guy's actually on the server as well. I've seen him on a couple of times. I actually got a plot review coming up of his, and my thing found his bugging. But this one was really cool for the simple reason that there's some stuff in here that I didn't think about. Now, obviously I've got to have a monorail station, but I've got to think about where I'm going to have that monorail station. So I've got to think about that. Jeep parking. Now, that's actually pretty important. So that's where he's put his Jeep, the actual Jeep parking. Also got Savannah Museum as well. Now museum stuff, I didn't even think about, but actually that would kind of make sense. So you could do, I don't know what I could do actually. Do like inside domes. Now I live somewhere, or near, so I've called the Eden Project. And I'm going to get up a picture and actually show you what the Eden Project is. And I want to know if you guys think that it'd be a cool idea for me to do something similar to this. So this is actually, here we go. This is actually in Cornwall, which is where I live, and I've been there a couple of times. Basically, it's a load of these biodome type things with different. These have literally got their own biomes in them, like rainforest and things, and it really does feel like a rainforest. It's absolutely boiling in there. So yeah, maybe do some biodomes and things like that. And actually, I didn't even think about it, even though this is really near me. And yes, it's not really totally zoo-like, but it is quite interesting, and we've got enough space to do it. So I'm thinking about doing that. So we've got all those. You've also got, there you go, rainforest domes. there we go, that's the domes. That's where I got it from. Rainforest domes. Like aquarium as well, and fish museum, Arctic enclosure and Arctic museum. Dinosaur museum, I actually thought that's interesting, but I might have that for some other series. Yes. Snake house and spider house. All these kind of like houses I think are really important, as well as desert animals, monkey house and plains. Now the monkey house is actually something pretty important, because whenever I've been to zoos, they always have the inside bit and then it goes onto an outside bit. So that's something I need to keep in mind for when I do something like that. Obviously like planes, and then you've got cafes and restaurants and toilet facilities. And now facilities is going to be quite important. I've got to make sure I plan it out. Obviously got one in the entrance, but I need to make sure that there's ones dotted around, and you know, good food and all that kind of stuff, especially toilets and things. And then activities on playgrounds. So I might have some sort of central plaza place, I think, in like, you know, central to it, which will have like a playground and things. It's got all awesome stuff. So this is just for inspiration and to give you, Lord Dakar, ideas to your zoo build. It's split it into sections that you can build in not the building forms. Now that's quite good, because that's basically saying this is a rough plan, but feel free to do whatever you want inside it, which I quite like. So thank you very much, Rollful, for actually submitting that one. Another one that we've actually got is from Plain Sailing Weather. So this is another like quite interesting one, quite artsy as well. So this one has like winding paths, and I actually do want to go with the winding paths in general for this, well, this entire series and this entire zoo, because it makes it different. It makes it different, and it doesn't feel as, you know, blocky, and it makes it feel more natural and everything. So you got elephants and big cats and aquarium, monkeys, zebras, birds and reptiles and lizards and things like that. So that was actually from Plain Sailing Weather, so thanks for submitting that one. It's quite a nice simple one as well. Now the one that is crazy. Now this is this is nuts. Now this is probably the most in-depth one that I've ever seen, and it's got some really great ideas. So this is from Lungora. This is actually tweeted out to me. I think he actually sent over a tweet, which was really, really cool. And this one does tie in the monorail. Now this is something I didn't even think about planning, I guess, the monorail, but it's something that I think I should do. And I think I'm going to have a bi-directional monorail maybe, to make sure that it actually hits everything, especially with this. But as you can see, yeah, I was bored. Here's my layout ideas. It's pretty nuts, you know. I like how all the colours are working, how it's all split up into the different places, and I actually really like this island. So I didn't think about doing, but an island, really think that's quite cool. So as you go through the entrance, you got these winding paths. This is where the monorail, of course, is. Got like Amazon and Peru mountains and stuff. The North American plains and East Coast US, you know, the bears and stuff, which is really nice. Canadian forests and Alaska polar bears, and you got Russian birch forest with more bears, even more bears. Finnish swamp and all of this kind of stuff, you know, forests and Europe stuff. Something cool. Food court down there, and kiosks and snacks and toilets over there. Again, at another station, which I think is pretty cool. We got some bugs and crocs and gators over here, snakes and lizards over on this bit, and here we have a look at the Asian stuff. So we've got Indian jungle, something very, very good. The Mongol steppe and outback mate, and throw a shrimp on the barbie, I think that's what it says, which is really just funny. And then up on the top we've actually got the African savannah, something again. There's lots of these somethings. Kiosks and snacks and toilets, again, like central thing is quite interesting. African jungle, South African shrubland and Sahara Desert, and all of this kind of stuff, and then birds in big cages that people can enter. I really like that idea. Kiosks, snacks and toilets, and then you got all these different types of monkeys in here, like Japanese ones, normal ones, geladas, mandrill baboons and Borneo monkeys, all of this kind of stuff. I really like this. I really like the idea of it, because it includes everything in a way, a non-linear way. I want to really stretch myself with this series. Hopefully not as stretched as this tiny little building that I've made, and if that was 10 episodes, what the hell is it going to take me to do this, you know? But it shouldn't take that long. Once we get in the flow of it, we really need to get some animals down. What I'm going to take from this is the actual African part being on this side, definitely. So if I actually pull up, let's pull up the map. There we go. So I'm going to pull up the map. I'm also going to go into Minecraft. I'm also going to do /v, because otherwise people will be saying that I'm around, and there you can see. So this is what we've actually got, and in relation, I don't know if you guys know, this is my new big city map. It's about 10 times the size of my last one. And there you go, you can see all my ships and things. So, this is the size of my ships. There's the Invincible class compared to my new carrier, which I will not tutorial because it's way too big. And you can kind of see why, size-wise. So all of my ships were kind of in here. And I've got the main city down here, which me and Zarius are building. And this is where it's all the way up here, is where we've actually got the zoo. So that's where the actual zoo is. You also notice this chunk is missing. It's because I cut it out. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. But yeah. What we're actually going to do, I think, is have, you know, the African stuff all along this bit. But I do want to have some sort of central part. So with the central part, I actually want to have the biodomes and things like that. Basically have a load of domes, have some buildings around it as well. That kind of stuff, but we need to think about where we're going to put the jeeps. I think the jeeps are going to go up the top because it's in the African zone. It kind of makes sense, but I also need to make sure that this path we've got in front of us, which of course is this path, is big enough for a couple cars to go down as well as people, and currently it is. So what I'm thinking of doing is finding the dead center of this and then basically marking that out and trying to figure out that. So there we go, you can see how long this is and how massive it is. So we've got masses and masses of space. Now Nick Goss has actually made some really good trees for the savannah, so I don't know if you guys want to actually see me do that, or if you want me to do it off camera. I think I might do it off camera, possibly. I'm not really too sure. I'm not really too sure how I'm going to do it, but I think over on this side we'll have, there we go, you can see a couple of the jeeps that Zarius has actually made. I think we're going to make an entrance over on this side at some point. Probably not in the next few episodes, because I know you guys want to see me build some animals. But there will be some sort of gate that goes into like a big storagey area for these vans, and we also need to make sure that all of these, like this, the actual tour train here, and that one, which again, I'm going to plonk that one right on this road, almost right at the beginning, like this, you know, is going to be able to be serviced, and at night actually be put in. So we need to have some sort of building on this side. So I've got to kind of factor that in. I'm thinking of having quite a big one. Obviously it can go down for miles, but it makes sense to have it near the entrance, because if you were a supplier or a mechanic, you could then park up here and you could fix it really quickly. That's the idea I've got for that. I'm thinking of having the monorail station on the side. Again, I'll do this at a later stage. Have the monorail station at the side, and then it goes over, possibly, and then goes on. But I think this plan here is probably the best, and you can see that's where the placement I'm going to have, so maybe, you know, have it going here and going off. So yeah, I think we're going to have the buildings here, and then we can actually get onto the African savannah for this bit. So I'm going to make a pav now. I don't know if I should do it in this episode or do it in the next. It might be worth me doing it in the next episode, and the reason I say that is because then we can get kind of cracking. But what I will do is I will find the center of this map, and I'll mark out an area that I want to keep for other stuff. Now, what the hell's this? Oh yeah, Zarius is in terms of elephants, we were messing around. So I think the middle is about here. This is where I'm going to have my central point, and then from that I can have other like spiders going off it in a way. There's going to be the biodomes in here, which will have like rainforests in them. They'll have, I might just make some like small monkeys and things, have it in there. Weird stuff like birds as well. Like we can have a bird, not a bird cage, but like a big area where you can have like tropical birds that are flying in the rainforest and that kind of stuff. I think it'd be quite interesting to make the walks going in. And also building it in a dome is kind of a bit weird, it's a bit different. But like I showed you the picture before, it'd be based off the Eden project. So yeah, I'm going to find that center point, and then we're going to get on to the next episode. And the next episode is going to be starting on the enclosure for, I think, the main African savannah. We're going to do, in that one, we're going to put down some of the trees that Nick Goss has made. We're also going to do stuff like... what else are we going to do? We're going to do stuff like the elephants, giraffes as well. We'll try making some giraffes. I don't know how to make them, but we'll see. So we'll do a couple of stuff like that. I think the, you know, the more passive animals, and we'll do the tour train that will actually be going through, which Zarius has made. He's luckily made some really cool buses. We've got these trains here, which I think could be. I think this is going to be the main path train. So there'll be like transport other than the monorail, which of course you could go across. You could also get on this train and it stops every so often and will drive you around. But also have the monorail going around as transport. And what else are we going to have? Well, we've also got these jeeps, obviously, and we've also got... Zarius has built some... here we go, over this side. Zarius has built some of these, which are safari... what do you want to call these? I don't know, safari buses, I guess. This is for like wild cats and things, so if you go into like a lion enclosure, this is kind of where you would hide. Basically this is where you're going to hide. So yeah, those are really, really cool. So Zarius has made all of those ones for me. But yeah, that's what we're going to do next time. I'm going to basically, you know, find out something. I'm going to find out the center point, and then I'm just going to make this path go straight to it, I think. I think it's going to be the easiest thing to do. Have a straight path, maybe. Or maybe I should curve it in a little bit and make sure I get to the center. I'm not really too sure. We'll have a look at it, but I will do that off camera right now. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm completely invisible. There we go. So there we go. That's the plan. So thank you everybody for actually submitting their ideas. All the ideas are going to be used. I'm going to be referring to those pictures all the way through this series. And obviously your ideas count, but I think African Savannah first. Then we'll move on to other stuff next. So next time we're going to start planning the enclosure. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.